So if you've been following the channel or know me, you'll know recently I traded my Mark V Street Hunter Supra for my old S15 back. I also own a 350Z skid car that I used to practice drifting in. Now I also own a Toyota GT86, but not any Toyota GT86, a crash damaged Toyota GT86. Let me show you the car. Now you might be wondering why I've decided to buy a GT86. So some of you may not know that in the past I owned a Rocker Bunny V1 GT86. Unfortunately, in early 2020 I had a terrible accident which led to writing the car off. And because of this, I've always wanted to own and build another GT86. So the car may look good from the outside, but as we dig deeper, the car is a lot worse than it seems and the damage is a lot worse than it looks. So here is my crash damaged Toyota GT86 that I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to make better than it was before for you guys and gals on the channel. Originally, the plan was potentially going to be to go full send with the GT86 and yeah, go a bit crazy with it. But the parts from Toyota aren't too bad a price. Plus, this has only got one owner, 64,000 miles. It's only a Cat N, so I feel like it'd be a bit stupid to, you know, start cutting arches that aren't damaged. Yeah, let me get into showing you what the damage is like. Now, as you can probably see, the GT86 is a little bit worse for wear as it's been in a front end collision. Runs and drives, and it does run and drive, I've tried that, and didn't look as bad as I thought when I first started bidding on it. Now I've got the car, it doesn't look too great. As you can see, definitely need a new front headlight here. These bumper brackets are also broken on both sides. This one's snapped here. Also, this air filter box has seen better days because where the impact has come in, it's also moved this slightly. So this section here is actually moved that way. Obviously this has took the impact, so hoping I can just unbolt. I have ordered these parts. As you can see, this is completely not in line. I've ordered this part and this part, but I'm gonna undo everything and see if I can save it and pull it back slightly, or at least use the new part to determine where it's supposed to sit. If I have to replace it, I will. That's why I've ordered it. So yeah, luckily the car did come with the front bumper, so I've got all the fog surrounds and stuff like that. Interior wise, surprisingly, none of the airbags have deployed, and that is one of the reasons why I wanted to go for this car and bid on this car, because, you know, if there's no airbags gone off, it saves a lot of hassle having to deal with resetting airbags and, you know, taking the dash out, etc, etc. So that was a win. Interior wise, yeah, just needs a good deep clean, to be honest. There's a tear in the seat bolster here, which you could always just change the seats. Luckily, it's not the horrible version. There's a version of these GT86s where like the steering wheel's half red, and like, yeah, it's just too much red in them. So for starters, I'm going to be removing both headlights and the damaged headlight surround bumper bracket thingies, and then I'm going to take off the air filter, bits like that, just so I can access the front, get the crash bar off, and then work away towards the front fenders, or arches should I say, to see the extent of the damage. Purely because if you see here, it has moved the fender line back closer to the door, so where it's took a bit of a shunt. We're going to remove the lights, brackets, crash bar, all the damaged bits, strip down the front end, and then have a closer look. So now we have the headlights out, we're starting to see the extent of the damage. So as you can see, this arm completely crumpled there, the same there. So both sides have actually completely moved in. So this whole front top piece is completely moved that way, which makes sense because obviously the bash bar hit here. So I will actually need to replace this bracket, and this bracket. The whole front support. I haven't seen any damage of yet to the radiator, but I need to take the rest of this front off to see the extent, see if there's any damage to the rad pack or cooling system itself. As you can see where the actual impact came in, it is cracked the paint here on the front arches. I don't think this one's actually been bent, it's just cracked it. This one looks to be in good condition as such, whereas this one, it looks to have actually bent the metal inwards. So upon further inspection, it's a lot worse than I thought. Basically, this front radiator support bracket, bar, beam, whatever, has taken most of the brunt, including the bash bar, to the extent where we have creased back here. That's supposed to be a nice 90-degree angle. It is not. And the same here. We've absolutely shunted it back there, which is not ideal. So I'm going to take the crash bar off and then get the rest of this stuff off. Got the radiator support slam panel, whatever you want to call it, off that piece. This actually looks really symmetrical. Doesn't look bent at all or creased or nothing, so it's just where it's moved. It's actually moved, like it's gone to the weaker point here of the hinges, or whatever you want to call it, and moved that back there. So we've ordered these. Gonna have to drill out some spot welds all together. Yeah, should be sweet.